Quality matters for multiple reasons. For one, we want to make sure we produce a good quality product for the customers. Ultimately, we want to make sure the customer's happy. If the customer's happy, then that makes the plant happy and everybody else, because the more happy they are, the more drums that they're going to want from us, and then obviously it's a trickle-down effect. My name is Frank Filer. I've been with Greif for a little over 6 years. I started out doing UNDOT testing and receiving, and then a position came available. I won that position. Over the course of the past year though, Florence was introduced to a competition, a year-long competition for UNDOT testing. So over the course of the test, we were able to figure out defects that we had along the way. And once we had the failure, we had to put into corrective action to figure out what was wrong with it. And one thing we came about to figure out was on certain drums we need to do what's called a curl, an extra curl on the top hoop. But we would not have been able to figure that out without that actual failure or during that competition. So we were able to successfully find that defect and then correct it and then apply it going forward and successfully pass that test. So that helps us not only as far as UNDOT testing, but also reduce or minimize the amount of risk of a potential exposure or spill of that particular drum out in the open world. So as you can see, the trophy is for the GOAT, the greatest of all time, which I truly do believe is Florence, Kentucky. The one thing I knew that we did really well was UNDOT testing, and the belt in the back also represents the fact that we are champions at what we do. This hat, it has the name Regulators on it, which represents the three of us from our group, the Regulators. It's Kelvin, who assists me in doing UNDOT testing. Kelly's an individual that helps make the parts that we use in the testing, and myself. It's important because I'm very proud of what we did. At the beginning of this competition, Florence was not in the best light. We struggled in many areas. Over the course of the year of doing this competition, we were able to change that mentality as far as work environment, safety, reduce scrap, and overall production. And that, I believe, has played a key role in making this plant succeed. Like I said, at one point, this is the one thing I knew we did well. Over the course of that year, though, things had changed, and now I feel like this is just one more feather in Florence's hat to show that we are setting the bar for other plants to follow. You have to be willing to go out and help every single individual. I can't just say, hey, do this from my office and not go out and participate. I have to be part of the solution to whatever the problem is as well.